Good morning once again from the beautiful Amansara Resort in Cambodia. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about midlife career change, because I know it's something that I've been through a few times and a lot of people do go through it and a lot of people struggle with it. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about the reasons why we want to change career, either halfway through our lives or at some points in our lives. And it's a perfectly normal and natural thing to do. The reason why we do it is that we are constantly evolving as human beings. We are constantly changing. Even our bodies are constantly changing. Over a 12-year period, do you know that every single cell in your body, which makes up who you are, dies? Every single cell in your body dies and is regenerated. So basically, that thing that you see standing opposite you in the mirror in the morning was not there 12 years ago. So the reason that our bodies are constantly changing and developing is because that's the natural evolution of life. And therefore, as our bodies change, well, it's only natural that our mind changes and the way we think changes as well. Now, if you think to when you were about 7 years old, think about how you looked at the world and how you perceived it and how you acted then. And then it probably changed an awful lot 7 years later. By the time you were 14, you would have looked at the world in a completely different way as you did when you were a 7-year-old, and then again when a 21-year-old, and then a 28-year-old. So we are constantly changing, and therefore we need to learn to change with it. So things that we might have enjoyed doing when we were younger, earlier on in our career, over a period of time we find ourselves no longer enjoying them. And this is very important, because if you think about anyone, if you think about the job you were doing when you were 21 years old, if you were still doing that now, how would you feel about it, you know? So a career change is just a natural development from there, and it's very important that we listen to it and we change and develop with it. Otherwise, if we are still doing the same job and we're not enjoying it, we will stagnate. And when we start to stagnate, we get bored. And when we get bored, we get depressed. And it's only then that our health also starts to fail us as well. So if you suddenly think one day, yeah, it's time for a change, then just do it. Just do it. It's not difficult. Over the next few days, I will talk a little bit more about how you can actually go about making the change. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be a financial burden changing career. In fact, it can be exactly the opposite. So we'll talk about that over the next few days. As for today, have a good one.